Loneliness versus peace. There is a difference between being alone and being at peace. Too many people confuse the two, thinking that silence means emptiness or solitude means loneliness. But solitude and loneliness are not the same. Loneliness is a cry of the soul, a feeling of emptiness, a space where we long for someone else to fill us. Peace, on the other hand, is wholeness, contentment, and strength that comes from within. When you learn to enjoy your own company, you discover a power that can never be taken away from you. You stop being desperate for others to complete you because you realize you are already complete. Understanding loneliness. Loneliness is one of the heaviest emotions a human being can carry. It is not just the absence of people around you. It is the absence of connection. You can be surrounded by a crowd, yet still feel utterly alone. You can be in a relationship, even married, and yet feel lonely because the person next to you does not see you, does not value you, or does not connect with your soul. Loneliness is not solved by company. It is solved by connection, and connection begins within yourself. Many people run from loneliness by filling their lives with noise, constant distractions, endless scrolling, jumping from one relationship to another, seeking approval, attention, and validation from others. But the truth is, you cannot outrun loneliness. Because loneliness is not a lack of people. It is a lack of inner peace. You feel lonely not because there is no one around you, but because you have not yet built a safe home within yourself. Loneliness whispers lies. It tells you that you are unworthy of love. It convinces you that you are invisible. It makes you feel like everyone else has something you do not. But the truth is, loneliness is only a season. It is a reminder that you must first turn inward to connect with your own heart, your own mind, and your own soul. Until you do that, no person, no crowd, no relationship will ever fill that void. The gift of peace. Peace, unlike loneliness, is not the absence of people. It is the presence of yourself. Peace is waking up in the morning and not needing noise to feel whole. It is sitting in silence and not feeling empty. It is enjoying your own company so deeply that you no longer fear solitude. When you are at peace with yourself, you stop looking for others to complete you, because you realize you are already complete. Peace is a gift that comes when you begin to love yourself fully. It comes when you forgive yourself for the mistakes of the past. It comes when you learn to stop comparing your life to others and start appreciating your journey for what it is. Peace is when you can sit quietly and feel joy in the stillness. Peace is when you realize that your value is not measured by who stays or who leaves. Peace is when you can say, even if I am alone, I am enough. But here's the truth. Peace doesn't happen automatically. It is something you cultivate. It is something you fight for. It is something you build, step by step, decision by decision. To find peace, you must let go of the lies that loneliness tells you. You must choose to silence the noise, to step away from the chaos, and to build an inner sanctuary where you feel safe and whole. Learning to enjoy your own company. There is power in enjoying your own company. When you learn to be with yourself, without fear, without shame, without distraction, you discover who you really are. Many people avoid solitude because they are afraid of what they might find. They are afraid to face their thoughts, their regrets, their insecurities. But the truth is, when you stop running from yourself and start embracing yourself, you begin to heal. Enjoying your own company does not mean isolation. It means finding joy in the little things you do alone. It means discovering hobbies that bring you life, passions that awaken your spirit, and practices that bring you closer to your true self. It means being able to sit in silence and not feel restless. It means being able to take yourself out, enjoy your own space, and not feel incomplete. When you can enjoy your own company, relationships shift. You no longer seek people out of desperation, you seek them out of overflow. You no longer cling to people just to avoid loneliness. You choose people because they add value to your already full life. And that is when relationships become healthy. Because you are not asking someone else to complete you, you are inviting them to share in the completeness you already have. The danger of filling loneliness with noise. One of the greatest mistakes people make is confusing activity with fulfillment. They think that as long as they are busy, they won't feel lonely. So they fill their days with constant distraction, constant entertainment, constant chatter. But noise does not equal peace. In fact, sometimes noise makes the loneliness worse, because when the noise fades and the distractions are gone, you are left with the same emptiness inside. Some people run into relationships just to avoid loneliness. They accept anyone who shows interest, no matter how toxic, because they are afraid of silence. They settle for less than they deserve because they don't know how to be alone. But here's the truth. A bad relationship is lonelier than being single. Being with someone who does not see you, who does not respect you, who does not love you deeply, will make you feel more isolated than solitude ever could. The cure for loneliness is not another person, it is peace. And peace cannot be found outside of you. It can only be found within you. Until you discover peace within, you will always feel lonely, no matter who is around you. Transforming loneliness into peace. The beautiful thing about loneliness is that it can be transformed into peace. Loneliness is not permanent. It is an invitation. It is life's way of saying, it's time to connect with yourself. It's time to heal the parts of you that feel incomplete. If you lean into that process instead of running from it, loneliness becomes the soil in which peace can grow. To transform loneliness into peace, you must first shift your perspective. Instead of seeing solitude as punishment, see it as preparation. Instead of seeing aloneness as rejection, see it as redirection. You are not alone because you are unworthy. You are alone because it is time for you to build strength, to heal, to prepare for what is coming. Think of solitude as a classroom. It is where you learn the lessons that will prepare you for the next chapter of your life. It is where you discover who you really are. It is where you learn to love yourself so deeply that no one can ever make you question your worth again. Loneliness becomes peace the moment you stop resisting it and start embracing it as an opportunity to grow. Peace as the foundation for relationships. When you are at peace with yourself, your relationships change. You stop settling for anyone who comes along just to fill a void. You stop clinging to people who drain you just because you don't want to feel lonely. You begin to choose relationships that are healthy, nurturing, and aligned with your values. Peace is the foundation for love. Until you have peace within, you cannot truly love another. Because love is not about desperation, it is about wholeness. It is about two complete people coming together to share, not two broken people coming together to complete each other. When you enjoy your own company, you stop expecting others to carry the weight of your happiness. And that makes your relationships lighter, freer, healthier. Finally, loneliness and peace may look the same on the outside: silence, solitude, space. but they are worlds apart on the inside. Loneliness is emptiness, a void you hope someone else will fill. Peace is wholeness, contentment, and joy that comes from within. And the truth is, peace is always possible when you choose to embrace yourself fully. Learn to enjoy your own company. Learn to love yourself deeply. Learn to find joy in the silence, strength in solitude, and power in peace. Because when you do, you will never fear being alone again. You will know the difference between loneliness and peace. And once you have peace, you will never trade it for the noise of a toxic presence again. If this chapter has inspired you, remember this. Being alone and being at peace are two different things. Learn to enjoy your own company before letting someone else share your space. Don't forget to subscribe to Motivational Dose for more life-changing messages that will keep you inspired and growing. God bless you.